Wayne Burgess. My company's Wayne Burgess Limited, really original. Been a plumbing and heating engineer for a very, very long time. It was graft all my life. We made a joke of the fact that everyone had been on holiday apart from me. And we had our first holiday when I was 47. I had my first ever holiday. We had a lovely holiday, everything was fine. And then not that long after, Anne's not doing too good. And we've got relatives that live in Portugal, lucky us. And you know, they all get a couple of flights for 35 quid for two of you to Portugal and back. You know, it was like catching the bus. Come over for the weekend. And then she was really poorly while we were away. And we came back and in pretty short order after, because we had an incredible locum GP who said, no, I'm not happy with this. I want these particular tests. And then we found out Anne had bowel cancer. Which, at one point I went outside and I looked up like all non-believers do when shit happens, pardon the French, and said, right pal, if you've ever got to send this thing back, you better give it me. And as far as I'm concerned, I made a deal there. So when Anne had the second operation, which was to remove cancer cells that her liver had caught, and she had a liver section, another massive operation, then a gallbladder, lots of treatment, lots of dietary changes and everything like that. When you've no lower intestine, this has a dire effect on some of your other organs. So she had her gallbladder removed. So we're talking 3 massive ops here. And she bounced back every time, and a lot of that is obviously humour, lots and lots of positivity, etc, etc. She bounced back from all of that, and we finally reached the point where Anne got the all clear. 8 days later, Wayne thought, we've got to remember, for months coping with Anne like I had anything to worry, you know, Anne's going through it, not me. Right? I thought I was feeling tired because of all the stress and trying to survive. I mean, we were in survival mode. When your missus is in hospital, you're going to hospital 7 days a week. You can't run a business. Well, you're going to hospital 7 days a week and spending as many hours as you can at your wife's bedside. It just can't be done. So the bank account's going like that, and the overdraft's going like that, and the credit card is, we'll deal with that later. All that's going on. 8 days after Anne got that all clear, my right leg snapped. So I goes to hospital, drove to hospital, went in hospital and x-rays, scans, mate, somehow you've snapped your right leg. But we need to know why that's happened to you, going off the, my build and everything. And then they came back to me and said, right, Wayne, you've got a thing called multiple myeloma. And it's not curable, but we've got several treatments for it. It really depends at what stage you are and how aggressive this thing is. You can't really, you can't put it in words really. Thank you. Just because there aren't any other words. There really aren't. If I could put my arms around the whole job lot, there are people that have helped with that fundraising for me that I've never spoken to. I know there are, and everybody. We're on about now the tool manufacturers, the suppliers of boilers, and all the associated kit and materials that we use. Every single, everybody was chipping in. Just an absolutely, you will never ever get a more sincere thank you. Thank you very, very much.